What is going on, everybody? It is Arkham, and we are here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania at the Best Western Premier Central Ballroom for the American Coaster Enthusiast event, Eastcoaster. It is an all-day event where we get to see some presentations from some of the local parks, and it should be a really, really fun time. So we have our schedule right over here, so we'll hear from all these people in this time frame. Everything starts at 10 o'clock. No idea who's inside, but I know there's a couple of people that we'll probably run into throughout the way. So let's go and check it out. Looks like they have like shirts that they're selling here. Looks like a lot of vintage shirts over here. Vintage Giant I see Kentucky Rumbler. Blasi's over in the corner here. There's a lot of really, really cool stuff. Looks like they're doing an auction for more Skyrush seats. Like last year, right? I think Colin turned this into a chair last year, if I'm not mistaken. I wonder if he's going for a second.
There's one I remember, and it had...
Looks like they have some items from Knoebels. This looks like it's the side of a phoenix. I know, it's pretty hefty. That's definitely a bar from it. Looks like a light up sign. That looks super cool. Even more stuff. PTC. It's a Talon banner. And then another banner from a Halloween event. I think this is Dorney's or Hershey's, one of the two. I don't recognize this one too well, so it's probably one of those two. Got a Dorney Park banner, and they're even offering, you could win 2 tickets for a Talon lift-off. That's kind of cool, actually. But the catch is you got to be signed up for a declining around Dorney event, which looks like that event's coming back this year. A bunch of really cool hats, Schwarzkopf stuff, posters. Man, oh man. Interesting collectible items across 4 different tables here, including some current stuff. Like I see the Circuit Breaker hat, some Kodoland stuff, going all the way down, even Phantom Theater. Wow. So, really cool items. I wonder how these different tables are going to play a role in the event later today. We'll see.
So we're excited to have all of our presenters here. We have a really great presentation. How about that weather, man? I'll tell you what. Me personally, as an event organizer, a little concerned that a couple of weeks ago we got almost 2 feet of snow here in Harrisburg. July 24th, and it'll end on Sunday, July 26th. It is again a 3-day event. There will be 4 separate ERT sessions. We'll have one Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night, and Sunday morning. Hershey Park.
We know that we get to go first because we bring candy, so just putting it out there. For the first starting at one of the official resorts of Hershey Park, the Hotel Hershey, which is our luxury 4-star property, to Hershey Park this year. So take it away, my friends.
Well, I like to think of a cocktail at 10 a.m. and also a ride on Twisted Gravity. That would be awesome right now. So just down the hill from the Hotel Hershey is our beloved Hershey Park. And this past May, we debuted the world's tallest scream and swing with Twizzlers Twisted Gravity. Changing the skyline, it really does. Like when you're up on the hill at the hotel, you can just see this big red structure standing out. So we're really thrilled to have added that.
Luxury offering. So we doubled the size of them. It was actually the second largest investment in the 9-year history of the hotel. So if you haven't gotten a chance to experience those firsthand, we wanted to bring you inside. Okay, just trust us, we have really cool music. And wake the room up with our Twisted Gravity soundtrack. When you stay at any of our properties, you get certain perks. So these are the ones specific to the concierge lounge, but we give you shuttle service right to the park. Get extra hours of preview, suite start included with our resorts, soon to be 4, but we'll touch on that in just a moment.
Right. So as we've done with most of our haunted houses here at Hershey Park, we try to lean into something that's relevant to our history here in Hershey. And so the classic service station is part of Hershey Estates history. We owned a couple of gas stations here in town. And we really wanted to understand what it would look like if one of those was abandoned on the edge of the Hershey Park campus. So Kill and Fill took shape as part of that. So here at Kill and Fill Garage, it's more than just a service station. It's become a hideout for 3 very highly trained killers. All those classic elements of a service station are being put to much more nefarious uses by our killers that are hiding out here. So things are more than meets the eye when you walk in Kill and Fill. You'll see blood stains. You'll see a lot of body parts being disposed of. We really wanted to make Kill and Fill our most ambitious house yet. We wanted to make the routing through the house as complex and circuitous as we could. The extended queue-line facade, the more robust scenic treatments on the inside. There's a lot of great depth and a lot of great layering of detail in this house. One of the things that we got to play with Kill and Fill Garage was a little bit more height. So we're really excited about the service bay. We actually have the ability to get you in underneath the car being worked on, up on an actual car lift. It allows us to play with height, change our sight lines, and really change the experience of this haunted house and take advantage of the space we have behind us here. Additionally, in the house this year, we got to play with some new technological sort of treatments, new ways to light the space, new ways to bring special effects in, all in the purpose of the story of killers being in here.
Yeah. Fun fact, that's my sister.
She works for Hershey Kids, so
Yes,
we can't beat that. Also new for Halloween, we tried something that was a first of its kind for us. We played around with the overlay in Laugh Track. And so we partnered with Shaquille O'Neal, basketball legend, and generally incredible human being. It is rare for a woman of my height to look up to someone, and when he came to the park in October, he towered, both in personality as well as height. The destination, we're only opening a new hotel, a new restaurant, a few things in the boardwalk, and hosting some patriotic celebrations for America 250. So watching time, we'll get through these quickly. So Hershey Inn and Suites will be the first new resort that we've added to our portfolio in more than 50 years. So that's a select service property, meaning you'll get complimentary free hot breakfast when you stay with us at that property. It is 4 stories, 130 rooms, and we're also trying a family suite concept for some of those rooms. So mom and dad can enjoy the big bed or the bunk beds, I guess, if your children are giant like mine are now. We will have an arcade, fitness center, indoor pool there, and construction is moving right along. So when you're driving into Hershey tomorrow, you'll see this beautiful building coming together, which we are thrilled about. And we are doing our best price of summer for all of our resorts, so now's the best time to think warmer weather and book that stay with us. We are also excited to introduce a new restaurant to downtown. And so this is Hershey Social Restaurant and Bar. Will be located at the corner of Chocolate and Cocoa Avenues, which is a real place. That's actually where our office building is, and always very inspiring. So we're excited to add this new destination as a great place to go before or after you see a concert, if you're in town, visiting, learning about Milton Hershey's life at the Hershey store right next door. One of the many places that will definitely celebrate Hershey roots with some over-the-top appetizers, drinks, and the desserts that you come to love in Hershey. So stay tuned for more details on that offering.
And then we definitely have a sweet spring and summer ahead at Hershey Park. These are just a few of our milestone ride anniversaries this year. So Comet turns 80, which is crazy to think about. Shout out to PTC for the continued partnership. We got to see Comet just last, well, some of you actually probably got to see Comet in the Circus Center, but we got to see Comet being taken care of meticulously in our service center. So we're really excited for coaster riding to come back pretty soon. Dry Gulch Railroad is a steam-powered train. It's one of the few remaining at amusement parks across the country, and it turns 65 this year. And then we have, I think, 4 kiddie rides that were part of the Kiddieland area. That's a former area inside Hershey Park. They all turned 60. And it wouldn't be a Hershey Park presentation if we didn't talk about not just Twizzlers, but also chocolate. So we do have some food anniversaries coming up. Our king size shakes are one of our most iconic treats at Hershey Park. They debuted in 2016, so they turned 10 this year. The idea of them. Yes, oh, thank you, I love that. They actually won an International Industry Award their first year, which is really exciting. And our food and beverage team is incredible. Actually, our director of food and beverage is the person who came up with the idea of the king size shake. So she and her team are gonna be creating some throwback options for this summer. Some of the top flavors that guests have requested over the years. We're gonna have a birthday king size shake and maybe even one inspired by America 250. So our foodie guide comes out in a couple weeks. Stay tuned to our blog and our social media pages for some pictures of those. And then we just celebrated last year Hershey's Chocolate Town as a region opening, and as part of that, in 2021, we opened up the Chocolatier, which is our full-service restaurant, bar, and patio. Thank you. Season pass holders get a discount there, and if you're a Bears fan, we have Dine with Coco, which is our official mascot. Some really cool features right now for Valentine's Day. So if you're in the area and have a chance to check it out, that would be awesome.
We're also enhancing a little bit at the water park. So there was some confusion online, just wanted to clarify. Bayside Pier is staying exactly as is. That's our mini wave pool. And then next to it, we're creating some new opportunities for our guests to get to water a lot faster without having to wait in line. So we're adding the inlet and the island at Bayside Pier. And we have, I can't wait to stand underneath one of those 10-foot palm trees if this, tipping bucket that is, if this summer is anything like last summer and how hot it was, this gives our guests a chance to kind of cool off. We've got shaded canopies there and some rubberized decking, so it's a lot more comfortable to sit and splash with your family. So just a reminder, our water park is included with all of our tickets, 1 million gallons of water, and we look forward to seeing you there this summer. We're also adding a few more things for America's 250th anniversary, so special entertainment, ride overlays, fireworks, so we'll share that full schedule as soon as it's confirmed. But we can confirm that there will be a show in Music Box Theater tied into this theme, so we're excited about that. Keeping the entertainment theme going, we will again host the summer concert series. A few of the acts have already been announced, so a little something for everyone. Everyone from Guns N' Roses and Chris Stapleton to Pitbull,
Forrest Frank.
Yeah, so stay tuned to HersheyEntertainment.com. We're also adding a second premium viewing deck, which is a great place to have exclusive offerings.
Maintenance manager. We're standing on the roof of the hydraulic room, right next to our lift hill, the storm runner. We begin our overhaul process in November after we close the ride for the season. We begin spraying the trains off. In the first 2 weeks, we have about 4 guys that work the ride during the overhaul season. We've got 2 guys that work on the trains consistently. We've got 2 guys that work on the hydraulic system consistently. And that overhaul season runs until about mid to the end of March, when we open in April. We crane the trains back on sometime mid-March and begin testing at that point, so we try and get 2 weeks of testing prior to opening to our guests.
My name is Dean Ziegler. I've been a mechanic at the park for 19 years, and I've been tasked with this amazing piece of machinery. These are all nitrogen tanks down here, nitrogen holding tanks, and there's a piston in here that's 3 flows. But because we always have nitrogen pressure coming through these lines, the piston lives here during the season. When the kids are at the train all loaded, they're ready to launch it, they push launch. These lock valves open up and release all that stored energy. It goes up through the 2-inch high pressure hoses into the hydraulic motors through a gearbox that's connected to a winch drum. Launch cables are winding up and the return is unwinding. Winch drum's connected to the cable, cable's connected to the catch car. The catch car then launches the train up the track. The other thing that I like about what I do is watching people go down a launch track with smiles on their faces. It's pretty cool knowing that I have a part of that.
So just a quick look at that, and then if we can beg the timing gods to just let us play one more thing. We're still surprised by how many people don't know how Hershey Park and actually all the things we talked about today, our hotels, our entertainment offerings, coming to see a Hershey Bears game, all of that gives back to support the Milton Hershey School, which was the vision of our founder.
What?
The head maintenance guy, Steel Curtain, he was
What was new in 2025, what we had going on, and a little bit about what's coming up. So in 2025, we had so many anniversaries. 5 years of Cheetah Chase, we opened that during COVID. That was a great year to open a new water coaster. Thunderbird, 10 years in 2025. Wildebeest, 15 years. In 2025, also The Legend was 25 years old. Wow. And Free Unlimited Soft Drinks was 25 years old. I did not expect ACE to clap over free drinks.
Just a refill, please.
$3.
Refills aren't free?
No.
Can I speak to a parent, please? Can you break a 20?
No.
All right, Phil is a loyal fan.
Behind, right where I'm standing, we have one of our brand new portals. The portals that were here were original to 1984. They've been here for over 40 years, and it felt like time to give them a little bit of a glow up.
We are a custom fabrication shop. We work predominantly with theme parks and water parks. Right now we're standing in our fabrication shop. We also have a paint shop and a composite shop, so we do everything here in-house.
We chose to partner with 3DX for our Good Gravy project. They made the giant whisk and the stuffing box and all of those items that are part of that ride. So it just made sense to use them for this project.
After working on Good Gravy with you guys, we sort of developed a really nice relationship, and the park came to us and said, hey, we really want to replace these portals. How can you help us out?
We went round by round of slowly evolving them, turning it into a rainbow, adding flags, which feels so Holiday World.
They wanted the portals to be really sculptural and have a lot of 3D elements. We included a lot of bright colors. We've included glitter. We've included lighting elements, things that weren't a part of the portals before, so it really felt like much more of an upgrade.
From there, it was little steps and touches to make it feel like the old ones, but in a very fresh and updated way. So using similar font styles, using similar imagery that really still give you that sense of nostalgia. It's not a stark contrast compared to what was here, but it's definitely a warm and welcome change.
With this project, we're really hoping to implement something that pays tribute and homage to what's been there and what has been there, for the past 40 years, but continues the park forward and brings it more into the future, and will hopefully be there for another 40 years.
It's rough when we go to drone shots. Stack replacement. So we've worked with Gravity Group to adjust, do some engineering, adjust our ledgers, and it'll be a brand new coaster from the fifth drop to the brake run. There's a couple other areas on the Raven that we'll touch, and we invest so much money into our 3 wooden coasters because we want to keep you all happy and create a great ride experience for our guests. So we will continue to do that, and eventually we will dominate Phoenix again. Park entry free option for our guests that have platinum season passes, and also for our Santa's Cottages guests this year. So if you do get to visit this summer and you stay at Santa's Cottages, you'll have early water park entry, so you can ride our water coasters before anyone else, go stake your spot in your chairs in the water park. We're also on Fence Watch this year. Some of you may have heard that we added some flip-flops to a fence that is surrounding an area where a Raging Rapids family raft ride used to be. If you zoom in, it says 2027 on those flip-flops, so that might mean something's coming soon. But I'll just say, follow our socials, and we've got a fun surprise coming later this year. I think I'm on time, so we'll try to get us back on time. But I'm happy to answer any questions. But
Won a door prize! Playing cards! Let's go. So in about 10 or so minutes, they're going to do the remaining presentations that are here. Dorney, Great Adventure, Dollywood, Universal, Dino's, Knoebels, and PTC to round out the rest of the event. So Dorney and Six Flags will kick off the second half. This is probably the section that most of you are looking most forward to when you're watching this. So you'll have all that happening, but here we are at the space. Over 270 people here, so a lot of people, which I think compared to last year, it went up. So very, very good numbers for this year for Eastcoaster, and can't think of a better way to kick off the second half with the two closest theme parks to my residence, and that is Dorney and Great Adventure, and Ryan Eldridge will take the stage momentarily.
So please give a warm welcome to Ryan Eldridge and Ryan Fiddle. Just Ryan.
Hey!
Just the Ryan shot right here.
Yeah, just the Ryan show to start. We're going to start with Dorney Park first. I just wanted to mention, I only brought these up because if you're going to make fun of me, this is the payment I'll accept. It's either chocolate or butt patches, apparently. So take your shots. Oh, here it is. Look at this. Forgot about that. It's important. Because I'm really passionate about video and cinematography. Also, once I put it in there, a good friend of mine said, dude, that doesn't make any sense with what you're doing. So my presentation doesn't officially start until I play this clip. But this is kind of like fan service, just for me.
Dedicated to truth, justice, and peace for all mankind.
And no lie, my 12-year-old daughter wants to kill me because I played that like 20 times because I love Alfundo so much. But my thing with last year was how do we marry the two brands together? And so we're going to kind of continue that trend today. Okay, so my presentation officially starts, and I will say, I'm going to run through Dorney Park first. So that's why I have the Talon 25th anniversary. This is the first of its kind shirt. Woo! You can't take it off my body unless you kill me. But there will be more at the park this year. So Bob Kane, who does our merchandise, said, hey, can you wear it? I said, dude, absolutely. But then it was a t-shirt. And I'm like, oh, I don't know, a t-shirt on stage. All right, presentation started.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Right, Dorney Park. That doesn't make any sense. I know, I made it, and then I thought I actually do have a Hall of Justice, so this makes no sense, but it was too late. I couldn't go back and change it because I've got like 68 slides. Sorry about it. All right, another clip. Lots of clips. Yeah, let's take a look back at 2025. We actually had a really great year at Dorney Park. I'm really passionate about what we do with all of you at ACE. Screams basically the entire time. I mean, this guy's played in Super Bowls against Tom Brady. The reaction at the end's great too. I don't know if we censored the end. But Brandon doesn't cuss. His buddies, though, well. So we had fun with that.
I mean, I tried to hold my breath as long as I could.
been stripped, and they are going to get repainted. So I wish I had a laser pointer. But if you see the one that looks like it's completed, that is current. The gray with the primer coat is something that is happening right now. And since I'm not a painter, and I don't profess to be an expert on painting, because if you see my house, boy, blue tape is quite an adventure. I have things that I have to keep under seal that I can't tell you about, but there are some other things happening at Dorney Park and Wildwater Kingdom, and hopefully we can tell you about those very soon. I won't say the 2 words. I'll leave that with the Hershey team here.
What's the situation? It may not seem like much, but it started with an incredible dream I had last night. No more strange, I'm sure, than the one I had. I dreamt I robbed Fort Knox.
I did not dream that, Superman. But I dreamed something better. I dreamed of a celebration of my favorite roller coaster of all time, Talon. So Talon turns 25 this year. We're far away. It's my favorite B&M. And we have a couple different things that we're working on. So we're actually going to form a committee at Dorney Park. And the reason we're doing the ACE event on the 13th is because we want you guys to be a part of that celebration. So exactly what it looks like, I'm not 100% sure. We're still working through details, but I do know that we are going to get you guys some behind-the-scenes tours. We're going to get you ERT, and we're looking at some swag for that day too. So I'm really excited to celebrate Talon with all of you. Bob wanted me to mention, because Bob's my merchandise guy, that there will be specialized Talon merch for the year, a reprint of the original. So I have these hoodies on sale as well for all you merch fans. Come talk to me later. Come talk to me later.
My God.
Michael Fainel. Look, you're on screen. Why do we have scissors? Or why do I have scissors? I said, dude, it's because they know you're going to open a new ride soon. That's why you have scissors. Do you have a microphone? Yeah, no, we're not sharing microphones. 25. So in 2025, Great Adventure was blessed with Ryan Eldridge and Michael Fainel. Quick look back. But 25, I'm sure I missed some. That's Mike. What is it? It's 2026. All right, let's talk about this year. All right, so these are the things that we can tell you are returning. I wanted to start there first.
We are tight on time, but certainly Heroes and Villains was amazing. It was a great event, and the way that all day long there's constantly something going on, it was very well received, so that will be back, and it might be inspiring some other things. Of course, we've got Fright Fest, and we will continue to make enhancements to Fright Fest. We've got a lot of really, really good ideas there. The log flume will be back when the weather is warmer, not for March 28th, but definitely when the weather is warmer. So we are working on that one right now. Star Spangled Nights, of course, with the fireworks. And Oktoberfest, I know we kind of flip-flopped a little bit on Oktoberfest. It will be back, and it actually will have a better home, close to where it was. Nothing too crazy. So we'll get to that in a little bit.
All right. Oh yeah, sorry, another clip. How is El Toro? All right, so let's talk about El Toro. I don't know if Mike's gonna agree with the order. Aw, look, it's Mariah Carey. Whoops.
We're really excited about what's happening this year on El Toro. We're doing phase 1 of a 3-phase.
Another post-game interview.
Partnering with Intimate, the rides manufacturer, to install brand new prefabricated track throughout different areas of our ride here. This year we're doing phase 1, which will open up with opening day of 2026. Phase 1 consists of mostly the reservoir area for those El Toro fans. That's the last high-speed turnaround area at the end of the ride. This process entails taking the old steel knuckles equipment off of the old pieces of track, refurbishing them, doing whatever work needs to happen, placing them on the new prefabricated timbers, and then reinstalling them back on the ride course. We're actually really happy with where we're at progress-wise. We have about 6 pieces left to install of the 30 pieces that we're doing this year.
Talk about why this project specifically is important and why it's necessary for a ride of this caliber.
Obviously, El Toro, as all you coaster fans know, it's a very dynamic ride. A lot of high stress on the timber structure. A lot of high forces that are in motion here. And wood is a living, breathing material. Obviously, wood over time it deteriorates and rots. So, as part of our effort to increase the longevity of this iconic attraction, this is the steps that we have to take in order to make sure this ride is around for another 20 years. We're going to be celebrating its 20th anniversary this year, 2026, for El Toro. We want this ride to be here for another 20 years.
Phase 1
right now, our current plan, we're still working out a little bit of the logistics and the details. Phase 1 is this year, that's 36 pieces total. Phase 2 is another 54 pieces, then phase 3 is 60 pieces in different areas of the ride in our high stress locations and our areas where our fans have been telling us that need some attention is where we're focusing right now. Right now, our current plan is to get phase 2 and 3 done all next year in our 2026 to 2027 off season, hopefully for ready in early spring of 2027. So by opening day next year, 2027, we anticipate to have the entire 3-phase project complete.
Everyone, another transition. Me either.
It's the size of Manhattan.
I love that part. Our dining updates are the size of Manhattan, Michael Thanel.
So this is getting the remake that you've seen at many of the other parks, all of the dining options that have been enhanced, and this is getting quite a lofty enhancement. And of course, we'll be making everything fresh inside. And
another one for you, Mike.
Oh, sorry. All right. So the Best of the West is going to be enhanced. We're actually going to be getting a smoker there, so all of the food will be smoked in-house. And we wanted to change the name, although Best of the West is, iconic and long. We wanted to make sure people knew that we are smoking everything, so that's why it will be the Saddle and Smoke Barbecue.
Yeehaw. Are you climbing around? You climbing around? No, there's more, right? Oh wait, there's more.
There's lots more.
I wanted to do the but wait, there's more, but that was last year's.
We're going to have the Main Street Pub, and it's going to be completely redone. It's already gutted. We're already working on it. All the equipment is en route, and it will be enhanced as the crew serve style, where we can move the lines faster. And we got a new menu there that's going to be amazing, and Chef will be on to talk about that. But fish and chips and shepherd's pie, and I'll let him tell you.
Doing more food for the events. I mean, we did really well with Heroes and Villains. The food was very well received. I think we need to bring in more Fright Fest options as far as food and beverage, and we're gonna kick it up a notch for Oktoberfest.
Put it on the big screen.
Wow, what's that? What's that?
What is that?
Could that be a stage?
So now we're going to get into some of the things that we haven't told anybody about yet, and we thought that this was the best place because we've kind of been a little quiet. People have wondered what's coming. So for the first time, the world is seeing our new stage. We've seen this at Dorney Park and at Kings Island, some of the enhanced entertainment. So we do read the surveys, and we were able to use the comments about more entertainment at Great Adventure. So this will be there for opening weekend. Possibly
You said more
changes
AI.
as well.
I committed to the bid.
Yeah.
Oh, what's quiet? What's that noise? Hello, Trevor.
Are you Batman or?
Great
You're
Scott.
Batman. You're Batman. All right, it's a Dark Knight logo because.
All right, so first of all, I just want to say it's hard to get everywhere and enhance everything. But again, I read a lot of your surveys, and you guys tell me, when you come to the park. So we spent some time in the Dark Knight, and in the Dark Knight, a lot of the scenes didn't have lights anymore, and didn't make sounds, and didn't do the things that they used to do. So our team has worked very hard, and here's some cool shots that went through, and it's they're still working on it now, but definitely, if you hadn't ridden Dark Knight in a while, you probably should. So we did a little test last year. If you showed up in the late July, early August, you saw that we were reactivating the in-park location for the safari, and everybody loves the safari. So you will be able to go to base camp and do that experience. It has a little more to do there, a little closer interaction with some of the animals, and we're adding some new ones. But if you're in the theme park, you just want to go to the safari, we will be reactivating the safari off-road adventure over by the log flume for the entire season.
All right. Love it. And I gotta admit, on this next one, I didn't use AI, Mike, I failed. But you want to talk about the Safari Spring Break Celebration? So this is a new event coming this year to Great Adventure. Timeline, Spring Break, April.
And we wanted to tell everybody about it here first. It's going to be, like I said, with Heroes and Villains all day long. There was something going on. So this will be at the end of Dream Street by what used to be Coaster Coffee. It was a refresh area. There's going to be a stage. There's going to be, go ahead to the next one because this one's not that fun.
Nope.
It's a full set. There will be live entertainment, and then there will be animal encounters. There will be drum circles, jugglers, hula hoopers. I'll be honest with you, I think the live entertainment is knocking it out of the park with this event. So it will be opening weekend.
In New Jersey, of all places, like what you get for being in New Jersey is incredible. And I don't say this because it's New Jersey, but like it's the Northeast.
Look, a message is coming in on the printer.
Holy gobbledygook! This doesn't make any sense. But it does. But it does. You were asking if I was Batman. I told you. I feel like I'm Robin. Superman pack it up here. Cool thing you can't tell you. We're gonna keep those sealed. There is still more to come for Six Flags Great Adventure, and we promise that we'll be unveiling a lot in the coming weeks. We open March 28th, but I think we had a couple more slides though.
I thought we did.
I feel like we did. Someone penetrated the defenses, the walls of Great Adventure. What could be happening? First to hear this. You guys are the first to hear this.
There's a disturbance in the force at the end of the boardwalk.
I don't know if we can use that.
Don't record that.
No. So work is underway in our boardwalk area. What you saw on that last slide is going to say Boardwalk Improvement Project. There's a lot more to that. That's a very short way of saying that we've got some exciting things up our sleeves. This is, Mike and I actually have gone out quite a few times in the past 2 weeks, and these are images that we were able to grab while we were out there. You can see Blacktop is coming up, which Mike is excited about. He's excited to be like 17 times. Hey, are you going to come get pictures of this Blacktop being pulled up? Are you going to get video of this black? Here's a video of the
I have a live stream in my office on a monitor, and whenever I'm on conference calls, I make sure I point it out. But
our next clip, okay. I have a riddle for you, okay? Big fan of the Super Friends, as I mentioned. Big fan of the villains of the Super Friends. So this is going to be a Riddler question. Also, they put it in. I don't know why I did that one. That's too many. That's too many. I skipped it. All right, here's your riddle. A star to steal and his screams and need more than a hard hat to comprehend. What's rising at Great Adventure? Who knows? What's rising at Great Adventure? Come on, you'll know. You'll know. A roller coaster. All right, so we're building a roller coaster, as we mentioned to all of you, back in August.
I heard there's a crane coming.
There is a crane coming.
I didn't know, but I read about it online.
Oh, yeah. I saw it in Hollywood Studios, I think. There's a whole video about it.
There was somewhere else first.
Oh, was it? Oh, that's right. Avocado Toast on Reddit.
Avocado Toast?
That's the guy. Yeah, the Dippin' Dots guy.
Yes.
We're going to find out who Avocado Toast is, because I feel like we need to get him included in the project here. All right, so the coaster project is ongoing. Right here, as you guys can see, columns arrive. We had some arrive as early as November for this new ride. Very soon.
There are some highly anticipated containers inbound.
I'm just playing
hopefully
this out.
soon.
What I can say is that we're not going to get too far into the season before we do make an announcement about what is coming to the park. Also, can just double down and say that the work that's being done is incredible. It's a size and scale unlike anything that we've seen in the modern era. So certainly an exciting future for Six Flags Great Adventure. And we're going to work with a lot of great partners to make sure that we capture this from every angle. You guys know that's a passion of mine, something that we're really into. As we move into the season, we're going to have more clues, more information. Like I said, we're expecting something any day now.
Any day now.
That will be special to share with all of you.
And I'll talk more about it, but it really is, it's going to be an amazing attraction. Well, let's wrap up 2025. An extension of Wildwood Grove. This is about the Great Smoky Mountains at night. So some of you may know Great Smoky Mountains National Park, that entire biosphere is among one of the most diverse from a plant and animal standpoint, so biodiversity standpoint, places in the entire world. So we'll go on a search together to go find that with the help of Cora and Jasper, which for those of you that follow Big Bear Mountain, they are the niece and nephew of the ranger that's looking for Big Bear on Big Bear.
As the sun sets, the Great Smoky Mountains stir. For some, night brings rest. For others, it sparks adventure. The time is coming. A family's quest will unearth a journey only few have seen. A place so mesmerizing, only those brave enough to dive into the darkness will illuminate a world of wonder. From the creators that brought you Wild Eagle, Lightning Rod, and Big Bear Mountain comes the single most ambitious adventure Dollywood has ever imagined. Introducing Night Flight Expedition, the first ride of its kind in the world. 4 thrilling adventures in one attraction. Soar above the Smokies, plunge into whitewater rapids, climb majestic mountain peaks, and dare to navigate beyond the familiar, deep into the heart of the night, and discover the light. The time is near. Are you ready to see what happens when the sun goes down? Night Flight Expedition. Coming 2026. Only at Dollywood.
Love every moment.
That's the beginning of the Q building. The huge building is a hangar. You can see some things that are very familiar within coaster track, but you're also seeing some things you're not used to seeing, including some of the whitewater channeling that is there. There's 500,000 gallons of water in this ride.
He's going to introduce our next speaker. Go away, take it away, Tom.
I asked Mike if I could do this. This person is very special to me. Helmet when I go out. I don't want to look stupid wearing a helmet if I carry a skateboard. Anyway. So I go to see. So, it's my honor, pleasure to introduce somebody that is one of the nicest guys you ever want to meet. Jim Apple.
Oh, I got 2 microphones now. You know what, Mike? This one's yours. The last 4 years, I've worked for Universal Creative as a ride and show engineer, primarily on Dark Universe with Monsters Unchained. As being an enthusiast, and then eventually working on a project like Monsters Unchained because it is so intertwined with these parks and these companies. And that all starts at Hershey Park. So I grew up going to Hershey Park every year as our vacation, and when I say our vacation, I mean it was just that, every station from Janine. And I thought, okay, this could either be, hey, thank you so much, we'll get back to you, or hey, we're not really looking for anything right now. But I was just really hopeful that she looked at my resume and saw that I had bounced around in the parks. This is what I got back. Thank you for your email. A resume would be great to read. There were no attachments in your email. There were links in the body of your email for your resume. And my heart sank. Love to shadow the shop guides and maybe for 2 weeks just learn what goes into all that. And when I got my offer from Tom, he said, so I know you said something about, 2 weeks out in the shop. How does 6 months sound? So I was like, all right, that sounds great. So Universal Orlando's most terrifying attraction yet. This state-of-the-art dark ride takes guests deep into the catacombs of Frankenstein Manor, where Dr. Victoria Frankenstein conducts her twisted experiments. In a vain display of her genius, she invites guests into her laboratory to witness a demonstration of her ability to control monsters, but plans go awry when her attempts to control the most dangerous monster, Dracula, fails, unleashing a horde of enraged monsters. Guests are then thrust into an intense ride through the darkness as they try to evade the grasps of the Wolfman, the Mummy, the creature from the Black Lagoon, and the brides of Dracula. So it's basically the moving elements you see as you go through the ride.
Ballpark-wise, I was responsible for about 6 or 7 elements within the ride box and within the queue. However, my team, that was just me in charge of, my team was in charge of many, many, many moving show elements that I had a hand in as well. I do kind of want to highlight one of the things that I worked on. So right here in the queue, you have the original Frankenstein monster. So as you traverse the queue, you have the corpse of the original Frankenstein with a transparent OLED that travels up and down, scanning his insides. As Tom stated, somehow, cosmically, I graduated and the park opened within the same week last year. So I kind of accomplished 2 of my major life goals in the same week. I will close with, when you ride Monsters Unchained, I hope you know that a piece of this room is in that attraction. Thanks to these parks, these places, these people, these companies, my dream as an enthusiast from Eastern Pennsylvania came true. And for that, I will always, always be very grateful. So I want to thank you for giving me the time to speak today. It's really been an honor. Thank you so much.
And this meant a lot to me. Like, you know, politicians come, they give my family and I awards, it's a photo op, but this meant something more to me because it came from all of you. It came from people, it came from my friends, the people that I'm really, when we're putting the rides together, I'm really doing it for you. So, you know, you inspired me to make sure that the ride is smooth instead of just running, you know? Took it upon himself to raise that ride. And when it comes to raising me, though, that was my first cigarette. So safety, right? For safety for all of you riding the ride.
42 years says Coney Island isn't a place, it's a people.
It's a labor of love, but it's not a labor, it's a privilege to have a piece of history and to be able to continue a piece of history.
You know, we're all here standing, but we're really standing on the shoulders of giants that came before us. This isn't about just our family, it's about all of New York. It's about the senators fighting for New York, fighting for our community, about saying, this is not an idea that she had to bring to us, she brought an ideal to us. The ideal of preserving what the amusement district needs, especially in times where people are always fighting over the littlest things about misunderstandings. This is a place that brings people together.
The Wonder Wheel has been around
Thanks,
for
I hope
over a
it's
century, and it now has New York State landmark status, nominated by State Senator Jessica
Tino's Wonder Wheel is a mainstay of Coney Island, and I look forward to seeing my
She's from New York,
constituents
right?
enjoy this ride.
It's not about history to us, it's about looking towards the future for us. Yes, we can acknowledge our great history, but what the senator is doing and what our local politicians are doing and what we really care about is tomorrow.
Mac Rosenberg, 1010 wins on 92.
So that was a fun day, because then she went ahead, voted down the casino, and that's it. Casino's dead. No casino. Casino announced $1 billion for not just the amusement area, it goes for affordable housing and a lot of things that our community needs other than the amusement park. But it also will go to fix our boardwalk, which is a death trap. But they're gonna fix it. He saw a pigeon and lost his mind. Loves those pigeon books. But you see, my kids really care. It's awesome to have them at work. If you were wondering. Okay, you guys remember that picture that I had my first cigarette? There it is. At least I gave him a mask and not a cigarette, okay? And there's my wife. Gotta work in this family.
Good job. Put a little muscle in there, Stephanie. Kind of funny.
You see how upset I am? My kids were giving me like hours of work at this point.
Time is money.
My wife keeping it real.
And then we have to weld this plate back onto the thing to see where
GoPro, the two shiny ones. Let's go.
You have to love it, or can you use something else?
No, I'll try to love it.
Mommy, what did I do?
You want to finish painting?
I want to get the dogs.
Let's look
Like
at
the
your
stuffy.
tables.
I want the dog stuff.
You want to we're painting stuffed animals? Is that what we're doing?
Can you help me win one? Because I never win stuff. He's only looking at me.
Because he got a lemur last time. I was like, the kid remembers a year ago that his brother got a lemur.
Okay, so we have about 2 more presentations to go. I'll show you some stuff that we did get. One of them was from the Dahlia presentation, where we got a more detailed look, more like a poster for Night Flight Expedition, and there's the back of it as well. Very cool. Statistics of the ride itself and all that stuff. Also came with either a magnet, a button, or a sticker as well for the logo as well. We also got a $50 Dino's Wonder Wheel card from the previous presentation of Dino's. We only have 2 more to go. We only have Knoebels and PTC. So Knoebels is the other one that's very intriguing to me. Unfortunately, Dick Knoebel is not going to be here, but somehow, some way, they'll probably do the presentation. So we'll have to see what they'll do about that. It is a big year for Knoebels because it is the 100th anniversary. So we will find out more details about that very, very soon, and I'm looking forward to it.
To recognize Flying Turns as an ACE roller coaster landmark.
Can't do it. Safety standards and things have changed, and et cetera, et cetera. And Dad was persistent. That's probably the best word. Capital letters, bold and underlined and everything else. Mike hung up the phone and said, "That son of a bitch is gonna build the flying turns." So, of costumes. Look who's you got, all of you love stories. I was out to visit Eric Snow and Matt Eckert at Holiday World. They had an IAPA meetup, and we're riding back in a vehicle from a baseball game. And we're talking about the different characters. I got my picture taken with Holly Cat. I'm like, it's not the... Creepers. Look at that, he's gonna get 3 wishes. Yeah. Look, it's Creepers, not the Creeper. It's the best conversation. I wish all of you were in that band that time. It was fantastic. So, well, Cosmo, thanks for joining us. You look great for 99 2/3. So Cosmos can be here with us for a while, walking around. If you want to get any pictures off to the side, more than welcome to. He's not. Make sure he's
Looking like
we
April
are.
25th is the
Continue to
opening
challenge
day.
the teams. There's 4 other parks that hit the 10 o'clock closing. All right, here's a few dates for you to remember. So.
Ooh.
Oh, I love that myself.
Nice.
Bringing out everything.
nice. Hey. I wonder. That's weird to see. That is so weird to see.
Oh, that thing killed me. Did you fine?
I have a great story about that sky slide.
Yay!
Ooh.
That's right before. Yep. Oh.
Track steel. Cool. Woo!
But yeah, this is the one from Conneaut Lake Park. So
We tried to get some pictures of it.
Then I love the beast. So it means a lot to me. And a lot of parks mean a lot to me too, but for all different reasons. And that's it. Kudos to ACE. You seriously do have a power because in this amusement industry, they listen to you. As Comedy World, they had everybody talked about what we needed for the voyage.
And it looks like BTC has roared.
This was
and that's
sent to
Wild
us,
One Streams.
and we're going to do some tender love and care with them.
Stay tuned.
It's again Kansas City Chiefs keychain, a keychain for Railroad. What kind of discounts can I get next year? We'll think about it.
I told you police for like 4 hours. I found
One is not scripted, I promise.
Like I said when we started this morning, we deliver.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. Chocolate Factory ride behind the scenes tour. Again, check-in starts at 7:30 a.m. We want you to be there no later than 7:45 a.m. because the tour is going to be starting shortly thereafter. And then, of course, Merry-Go Ace is coming up on Saturday, March 28th. Door prize groups numbers 3 and 2. Regional Red team as well. They were all on stage before, of course, there. And then Jessica, who is sitting right over there. Sue, right over here. And then Gina, right here. Yes. Thank you to my regional rep team. Thank you so much for coming to today's East Coaster. Please drive safely. And we hope to see you again next year at East Coaster, right here at the Best Western.
So we just finished up with Eastcoaster. A lot of really informative stuff. You'll probably see the full vlog from me here with some snippets of the presentations, but also you'll probably catch some of the more full presentations of like the main meat and potatoes of the things that were said in separate videos. So be on the lookout for that. But it was a really, really awesome experience. So checking out the premier Best Western over here. Really, really enjoyable time, and I hope you guys all enjoyed this vlog from Eastcoaster, my first ever one. It was a joy time, and I cannot wait to share it all with you. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Always thank you, right operators. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you all in the parks very, very soon. Goodbye, everyone.
Now get ready. Here we go.